Hey guys, this is YugiRant 2.5. I ran out of time last video. I was talking about Stardust, Overdrive, and the Fortune Ladies, and this is just continuing on to that. When I last left off, I was talking about Earthy, which is a 2400 attack that each time she gains a level during the standby phase, she inflicts 400, or actually, whenever she gains a level. As far as the whole gaining levels thing goes with Fortune Ladies, it really doesn't affect them at all. Well, I shouldn't say not at all. I mean, it is nice to get an attack increase. For those of you who don't know, there are three. The Fortune Ladies have different varying stat gains as far as effect goes. If I remember correctly, Earthy, or no, Lighty, I don't know why I said Earthy, but Lighty is a level 1, and she gets 200 attack and defense per level. So she starts off at 200 attack and defense, and she can get a maximum of, what, 24, I think? Yeah, 24. Which, Lighty will never be on, no Fortune Lady will ever be on the field to reach level 12. Maybe Earthy, if you can, like, protect her from destruction effects, maybe, but that's highly unlikely. If you can keep Earthy on the field for that long, she's going to be destroying things in battle, inflicting 400 every standby phase, and you don't have won the duel by then. But yeah, so Lighty starts off at 200, so that doesn't really matter. Fiery starts off at 400, again, doesn't really matter. Watery and Windy gain 300 per level. Watery, if I remember correctly, starts off at level 3, which means she's at 900, which is, I guess, not even okay. It's not really that great, but she's just there to draw cards. Windy starts off at 12, which is alright, I guess, but you know, could be better. But your two powerhouses as far as attack points go with the deck is Darky and Earthy, which get 400 per level. Darky starts off at level 5, which gives her a pretty respectable 2000. And Earthy starts off at 6, which gives her 24. Earthy's effect is pretty lackluster. Again, she inflicts 400 damage every time she gains a level, which, you know, you'll probably only get that effect off once, maybe twice during your standby phases when she levels up. I know Fortune Ladies have a spell card that gives them 2 levels until the end of the turn. I really would not bother with that at all. It's just kind of pointless, you know, attack boost, because it's a maybe if it was a quick play spell, it'd be alright, but it's a normal spell. And it's, again, 2 levels until the end phase, which is really not that great. If you think about it, it'll only boost up Watery. It won't boost up Lighty or Fiery to anything noteworthy, so don't even think about them at all. Watery, it'll boost up to, what, 15, which is, I guess, okay. Windy will boost up to a respectable 2100. No, 1800, which is still okay, but not that great. Darky will boost up to a 28, which is pretty good, obviously attack-wise, but not really worth using a normal spell or using the slots. Earthy boosts up to 3200 with that spell card, but it's not really anything worth mentioning. Anyway, so that's Fortune Ladies. I spent way too much time on that, I'm sorry. But that's the Fortune Ladies for you. A lot of people say they're going to be a competitive deck. I'm a little skeptical. They do have some flaws as far as getting their effects off. As far as getting Lighty and Darky's effects off. Lighty and Darky are really the core of the Fortune Lady deck. But as far as getting their effects off goes, you're gonna have a little trouble with that. Sorry, I'm just gonna text while I do this. Sorry. But anyway, so basically what you want to do with Fortune Ladies is use Future Vision for sure. That's the field spell they were designed to use. And basically what you want to do is just remove them from play as much as you can. Their draw card, actually, you return Fortune Lady remove from play pile to the graveyard to draw 2 cards, which is a pretty cool effect. But yeah, I'm sorry, I've spent way too much time on Fortune Ladies. I really need to talk about the rest of Stardust Overdrive. But there wasn't really much to say. I mean, Savior Star Dragon is a card I've heard people talking about. Like, for those of you who don't know, Savior Star Dragon is an incredibly difficult synchro to pull off, but it's got a absolutely amazing effect. It's a level 10. You need to use Savior Dragon, which is a level 1 tuner. Stardust Dragon, which is a level 8, obviously, and any random level 1 monster, which I really don't understand. I don't get why Saber Dragon just wasn't level 2, and they did, Saber Dragon and Stardust Dragon, Savior Star Dragon. But for whatever reason, you need to throw in a random level 1, which makes Savior Star Dragon all the more difficult to summon. But it really is worth it if you can pull it off. But it's kind of worth it. I mean, in my opinion, Stardust Soul Mode is easier to pull off and overall is better than Savior Star Dragon, but Savior Star Dragon will just devastate the field the turn it comes into play. What it is, it's a 3800 attack monster. Once per turn, I may be a little bit inaccurate on these effects, but if I remember correctly, you can once per turn select a monster in your opponent's field, negate its effect, and gain its effect in addition to Savior Star Dragon's other effects, which can be kind of cool. Negating a data or a JD would be pretty nice. Savior Star Dragon also has Stardust Dragon's effect where you contribute it to negate, negate an effect that would destroy a card. But instead of just destroying that one card, Savior Star Dragon will destroy everything on the opponent's field. So if you summon Savior Star Dragon, you can pretty much guarantee your opponent won't want to activate any effects that destroy cards. And then finally, at the end phase, if Savior Star Dragon is on your field or graveyard, it goes back to your extra deck, and you special summon the Stardust Dragon for your extra deck. So it really only lasts one turn, then you get your Stardust Dragon back. It's nice that they do that. If it's only going to last one turn, it's really cool that they give you Stardust Dragon back. A lot of people are debating whether the cost is worth it or not. A lot of people say it isn't, and I'm going to be on that side of the fence. Savior Star Dragon, obviously a very powerful effect, but very difficult to get out. Sorry. But a lot of people say, you can just summon Stardust, which is easy enough. It really is. Summoner Monk and Rose or Plague and Malicious. It is really easy to summon a Stardust Dragon. So you do that, and then you normal Savior Star and 1 for 1 for your level 1, or normal your level 1, 1 for 1 for your Savior Star. So a lot of people, I don't know. There's some people out there that I've talked to that are going to look into it. I really am not going to bother with Savior Star Dragon. Now, as far as the TCG exclusives go, we've been promised 2 Lightsworn exclusives, 1 Samurai exclusive, I think a Blackwing exclusive. I'm not 100% on that. What else? An Earthbound Immortal exclusive. The Earthbound Immortal exclusive, obviously not a lot of people are looking forward to that, and I'm really not either. After what a disappointment Revival of the Immortals was, I'm really skeptical about what Konami's going to give us. Unless it's like, I don't know, I still am shocked that Earthbound Immortals do not have their own field spell that says, like, this card cannot be this field spell cannot be destroyed or something like that. That just seems like a given for a theme that revolves around keeping a field spell on the field, is that they get their own field spell. But whatever. As far as the Lightsworn exclusives go, there's really not much you can speculate, except Kevin, I can never pronounce his last name right, Thwart, whatever. He said on Pojo that they are definitely not a tuner and a synchro, which, thank God. Lightsworns with a tuner and a synchro. If they both even have half decent effects, it's just gonna make Lightsworn even more powerful. I guess we'll see what happens with these new Lightsworn exclusives. For all we know, they could be like Genis, which is completely terrible, or they could be the next, Arcus, which is decent, or they could be even more powerful. We really don't know. Samurai exclusive, they really need their own either searching card, since Roto was banned, or even more, just some card that can special summon them from the deck. That's what Samurai need, in my opinion. Blackwing exclusive, you don't really know what to expect. It's just going to be whatever Konami can think of. So Hidden Arsenal, Stardust, Overdrive, I think that's all I really wanted to cover as far as new stuff that's coming out here pretty soon. There's also the Warrior Structure deck, which there's only one card I'm looking forward to that, and it's Super Vis, which, my god, Super Vis is amazing. I'm definitely going to be messing around with that. Just figuring out some combos with that. Super Vis, for those of you who don't know, is an equip spell. You equip it to a Gemini, it gets its Gemini effect, and when Super Vis is destroyed, you can special summon a normal monster from your graveyard, which is fantastic. It's just an amazing effect. Once Super Vis comes out, I'm definitely going to hold a 3, and I may very well do a deck profile on some Super Vis related deck. But, yes, I am holding a Skull Servant, okay? Just because I know someone was going to point that out if I did this. Ooh, yes, I am holding a Skull Servant. Whatever. I was just going through my comments, and I just happened to pick one up. I didn't pick it on purpose. Whatever, though. That's really off topic. I am going to go ahead and call this a video because I spent way more time than I thought or intended to talking about this, which I guess is nice. I mean, I really need more videos since I've been neglecting to upload them. But anyway, this is the other half 1993. Peace out, and look forward to my next video, my next Yugi rant.